problem that shouldn't exist. The Panama Canal was built to solve a problem: distance. For more than a century, it shortened global trade routes, lowered costs, and quietly kept the modern economy moving. And now, it has a new problem: water. Not politics, not war, not sabotage. Just not enough water to function the way the world expects it to. This isn't a hypothetical risk. It's already happening. Why the Panama Canal matters. Roughly 5% of global maritime trade passes through the Panama Canal. That includes food, energy, consumer goods, industrial components. For trade between Asia and the eastern United States, the canal isn't just convenient, it's economically decisive. Without it, ships must sail around South America, adding weeks, fuel costs, and uncertainty. The canal works because it makes distance irrelevant, and because it's reliable, or at least it was. How the canal actually works. The Panama Canal is not a sea level canal, it's a lock system. Ships are lifted up to an artificial lake, Gatun Lake, then lowered back down on the other side. Every transit uses an enormous amount of fresh water. That water comes from rainfall, not rivers, not desalination, rain. Each ship passage releases millions of gallons of fresh water into the ocean. It cannot be reused. The system only works if rain keeps coming. What changed? For decades, rainfall patterns were predictable enough. Then they weren't. Climate variability, compounded by El Niño effects, has reduced rainfall across the canal watershed. Lake levels dropped. By late 2023 and into 2024, the Panama Canal Authority began restricting the number of ships per day, the maximum draft of vessels. Fewer ships, lighter loads. That's not an inconvenience. That's a capacity cut. The immediate consequences. When capacity drops, the effects propagate fast. Shipping companies face choices: wait days or weeks for transit slots, reduce cargo, reroute around South America, pass costs downstream, transit fees rose, insurance costs rose, fuel costs rose. Those costs don't stay at sea. They show up in higher consumer prices, delayed goods, tighter supply chains. This is inflation without a central bank. Expansion didn't solve this. In 2016, the Panama Canal completed a massive expansion. New locks, larger ships, higher capacity. But the expansion didn't change the core dependency: water. In fact, larger ships require more fresh water per transit, not less. The canal became more capable and more fragile. Efficiency increased, resilience did not. Why this can't be fixed quickly? There is no fast solution. Desalination is expensive and slow. New reservoirs take years. Weather cannot be engineered on demand. Unlike a factory or a port, the canal is tied to a watershed. You can't outsource rain. That means trade planners are being forced to rethink routes that have been stable for generations. Stability was assumed, not guaranteed. A quiet strategic shift. Shipping companies are already adjusting behavior. Some are favoring the Suez Canal again, investing in larger fleets for longer routes, restructuring supply chains to reduce dependence on choke points. This doesn't look like a crisis. It looks like adaptation, which is how structural change usually begins, quietly. The bigger signal: the Panama Canal isn't broken, it's exposed. It was built for a climate that no longer behaves the same way. And the global economy was built assuming certain infrastructure would always work. No headlines, no countdown, no single failure. Just a slow realization that some systems are more fragile than they appear. The Panama Canal didn't fail overnight. The assumptions around it did.